Now the lumbar splanchnic nerve, which is made up of preganglionic neurons from the L1 and L2. This will end into the inferior mesenteric ganglia. From here, the postganglionic neurons will arise, and these will supply the territory of inferior mesenteric artery, which include distal 1/3 of horizontal column, descending column, sigmoid column, rectum, anus, genitalia, and urinary bladder. So these are forming the territory of inferior mesenteric artery. Thereafter, it is important to note that lower 5, that means L1, L2, T12, T11 and T10. So these will also contribute some descending fibers to the lower ganglia of chain, like this. These are contributing. But it's important to note that they will emerge out of the lower lumbar or sacral ganglia without any synapse. It means that these are still preganglionic neurons. So preganglionic neurons from L3, preganglionic neuron from third lumbar ganglia and fourth lumbar ganglia will come out. These are forming the splanchnic nerve from L3 and L4. This splanchnic nerve from L3 and L4 will enter the superior hypogastric plexus, and then it will end there. From here, the postganglionic neurons will arise. These postganglionic neurons will arise and they will supply the testis, ovary and ureters. The remaining sacral spinal nerves, sacral preganglionic neurons from sacral ganglionic ganglia, they will combine to form the sacral splanchnic nerve. So the preganglionic neurons from sacral ganglionic part will arise and form sacral splanchnic nerve, and this sacral splanchnic nerve will end into inferior hypogastric plexus. It will enter in this inferior hypogastric plexus, that is inferior hypogastric plexus of its own side, and then the postganglionic nerves will arise. These postganglionic neurons will supply to the pelvic and abdominal viscera. For example, they will supply to rectum, these will supply to vagina, uterus, fallopian tubes, ovary, and they can also supply to prostate. Some branches are also given to seminal vesicles, Cowper's glands, etc. So they will supply to urinary bladder also. Some branches may be given to urethra. So many pelvic and visceral abdominal structures are also supplied by the inferior hypogastric plexus. So this is the distribution of sympathetic nervous system. But it is important to note that one more thing. This is S2, S3, S4. The preganglionic parasympathetic neurons will arise from S3, S2, S3, S4. This is known as nervi erigentis, and this nervi erigentis or pelvic nerves will enter directly into the inferior hypogastric plexus. Now, which organs will be supplied by this, that will I discuss in the next session.